If I told you that just one haircut could make you look younger, feel fresher, and walk with more confidence, would you believe me? You do not have to change your entire life or commit to an exhausting beauty routine. Sometimes the right haircut is enough to completely transform how you see yourself and how others see you. After 50, hair becomes more than a feature of your appearance. It becomes part of the story you tell every day. It reflects your personality, your experiences, and the way you want to present yourself to the world. Modern American women no longer let outdated rules decide what is appropriate for their age. Short hair is not too severe, and long hair is not off limits. What truly matters is finding a style that makes you feel comfortable, suits your lifestyle, and highlights your natural beauty in the most flattering way. In this video, I will share 6 rejuvenating hairstyles that women over 50 across the United States are embracing. They are a blend of international trends and creative ideas drawn from my own professional experience, each brought to life through real stories of women who dared to make a change and saw remarkable results. Stay with me until the very end, because I will be revealing one hairstyle that hardly anyone expects. It is simple, surprisingly practical, and has the power to save you precious time in the morning while turning heads the moment you walk into a room. You might just find it is the secret you have been waiting for. Side-swept Pixie, short but mighty. There is a special kind of magic in finding a haircut that not only looks beautiful, but also feels as if it was made just for you. For many women, that moment comes only when they take a leap of faith. The side-swept Pixie is one of those styles that can surprise you, even if you never imagined yourself with short hair. It carries a touch of quiet rebellion, yet it is refined enough to feel right at home anywhere, from a relaxed Saturday brunch with friends to an elegant evening charity dinner. The cut itself is simple in concept but powerful in the way it transforms a face. Hair is kept close at the back and sides, while the top is left longer so it can sweep softly across the forehead. This gentle movement catches the light, frames the eyes, and draws attention to the cheekbones, instantly refreshing the entire face. Some women prefer to wear it tousled for a playful, casual vibe, while others choose a sleek, polished style for a more modern and sophisticated look. Across the United States, more women over 50 are embracing this cut than ever before. A 2024 lifestyle survey from a leading salon chain found that over 70% of women in their 50s and 60s felt more confident and comfortable after switching to a shorter haircut. The top reasons were easy maintenance, quicker styling, and the liberating feeling of letting go of high-maintenance routines. The side-swept Pixie delivers on all 3. It is also especially forgiving for hair that has changed with age. If your hair has become finer or lost some of its volume, you are far from alone. What makes the side-swept Pixie so special is that it works with those changes instead of against them. Layers on top create lift at the crown, giving the illusion of thicker, fuller hair without the need for heavy products or complicated techniques. For women embracing their natural gray, this cut frames the color in a way that feels deliberate and stylish rather than accidental. Soft highlights in shades like ash, honey, or platinum can add even more brightness, making skin tones appear more radiant. I will never forget the transformation I saw in Linda, a 57-year-old from Sarasota, Florida, who plays at the same tennis club as I do. She had always worn shoulder-length hair, usually pulled back into a ponytail because she said it just got in the way. One summer afternoon, she walked into the club looking completely different. She had cut her hair into a side-swept Pixie, and the reaction was instant. Friends gasped and then burst into smiles, showering her with compliments. One person told her, "Linda, you look like you took 10 years off overnight." And it was true. Her cheekbones were more defined, her eyes seemed softer, and she carried herself with a lighter, more energetic presence both on and off the court. Her change made me think about my own hair. At 62, I had clung to my shoulder-length style for years, convinced it was the safest, most feminine choice. But I was tired of endless blow-drying and of seeing my hair fall flat halfway through the day. One winter afternoon, I sat in my stylist's chair and simply said, "Let's do it." The moment I saw my new side-swept Pixie, I could not stop smiling. The next morning, I was ready in just 6 minutes instead of 20. That extra time, I spent it sipping coffee and watching the sun rise, feeling as though I had given myself a gift. The beauty of this style lies in its versatility. For work or evenings out, I can use a round brush and a bit of smoothing cream to keep it sleek. On more casual days, a small dab of lightweight styling paste adds texture and volume. Changing the part from time to time keeps the style fresh and instantly lifts the roots. Most stylists suggest a trim every 4 to 6 weeks to maintain the shape, which also gives you the option to tweak the sweep or layers with the seasons or your mood. Part of what makes the side-swept Pixie so appealing is the message it sends. It says, "I know who I am, and I am not afraid to show it." It draws attention to the eyes, the smile, and the expressions that truly make you memorable. In a culture that often encourages women to tone themselves down as they age, a style that frames your face in such a flattering way can feel like a quiet, empowering statement. So I have to ask you, have you ever wondered how much lighter you might feel, both in spirit and in your daily routine, if you no longer had to wrestle with your hair each morning? Do you want more volume with less effort? A look that shows the world you are still evolving and exploring new chapters of your life? And if someone you trusted looked you in the eye and promised, "This will make you look 10 years younger," would you let them pick up the scissors? If you have been waiting for the perfect moment to refresh your style, maybe this is it. The side-swept Pixie is not about trying to erase the years. It is about amplifying the very best of who you are right now. And as you will soon see, there is more than one way to make a bold and beautiful statement with your hair after 50. The next style might surprise you just as much. Soft wavy lob with face framing highlights. The soft wavy lob with face framing highlights has a way of making a woman feel instantly refreshed. Picture hair that brushes the tops of your shoulders, styled in loose, graceful waves that move when you do, catching the light just enough to add a touch of warmth. The highlights around the face are placed so carefully that they seem almost painted by the sun itself, brightening your complexion and softening every angle. It is modern without being trendy, and polished without being high maintenance, which is exactly why it has become a favorite for so many women in their 50s and 60s across the country. What makes this style so flattering is how it works with the natural changes that happen to our hair as we age. Soft waves add body and create the illusion of fullness, which can be a game changer if your hair has started to feel thinner over the years. The light, subtle highlights framing the face do more than just add color. They bring an almost luminous quality to the skin, lifting attention toward the eyes and away from any lines or shadows. In fact, a recent 2024 beauty survey noted that face-framing highlights were one of the simplest, most effective ways to achieve a youthful glow without drastic changes to the rest of your hair. I have seen the difference this cut can make, not just in photos but in real life. Patricia, a lively 62-year-old from Sacramento, decided to trade in her one-length hair for this long bob with honey gold highlights. When she walked out of the salon, the California sunlight caught in those warm tones, and her whole face seemed to brighten. Her grandchildren were the first to notice, one of them grinning and saying, "Grandma looks like a movie star." It wasn't just about looking different. It was about how she carried herself afterward. Her steps seemed lighter, her smile more open, as though the reflection in the mirror had finally caught up to the vibrant woman she felt she was inside. I remember feeling something similar myself. At 61, I was at a point where my longer hair no longer felt like a choice, but a habit. I wanted something softer, something that didn't weigh me down, yet still felt feminine. The first time I saw my own reflection with a soft, wavy lob and warm caramel highlights around my face, I was struck by how much more awake I looked. The waves lifted my features, the color added a natural brightness to my skin, and for the first time in years, I felt like the woman in the mirror was someone I truly recognized. Styling this cut is refreshingly simple. I like to use a large barrel curling wand with a good heat protectant spray, wrapping sections loosely so the waves fall in a relaxed pattern as they cool. A touch of smoothing serum on the ends gives a polished finish without stiffness, and the highlights only need refreshing every few months. That means no constant upkeep or harsh grow-out lines. Just a graceful fade that blends into your natural shade. The style adapts well whether your hair is fine, thick, naturally wavy, or transitioning to gray. It is not just the look that draws women to this haircut. It is how it makes them feel. There is an ease in knowing you can get up in the morning, spend a few minutes styling, and look effortlessly put together. There is a confidence in walking into a room knowing the light will catch in just the right places. And there is joy in seeing your face framed in a way that reflects your personality rather than hiding it. So, let me ask you this. Have you ever imagined what it would be like to have a style that gives you more volume without adding more work to your routine? Would you try something new if you knew it could make your skin appear brighter and your expression lighter? Could a few soft waves and the right touch of color be all it takes to help you see yourself differently? If you have been thinking about refreshing your look, this could be the style that makes you fall in love with your reflection again. And just when you think you have seen the most flattering option for hair after 50, there is another style waiting that may surprise you even more. Chin-length blunt cut, elegant and sharp. The chin-length blunt cut has a kind of quiet power that reveals itself the moment you see it in the mirror. Hair trimmed to line up perfectly with the chin has a way of framing the face so cleanly that every feature seems more defined. The precision of the cut offers structure, while soft hidden layers keep it from feeling too severe. The result is a style that feels both polished and approachable, the kind of haircut that fits seamlessly into a boardroom, a gallery opening, or a weekend brunch without ever looking out of place. In recent years, especially since 2024, more women in their 50s and 60s have been gravitating toward this look. Hairstylists point to its balance of elegance and practicality as the reason it keeps showing up on trend lists. It flatters the jawline, subtly elongates the neck, and brings focus to the eyes and cheekbones. For women who have noticed the natural softening of facial contours over time, the blunt line acts almost like a visual anchor, restoring definition without a drop of makeup. It is a kind of non-invasive lift that works day after day. Margaret, a 55-year-old from New York, is one of the most memorable examples I have seen. She had worn her hair long for more than 20 years, a style that had become part of her identity. But she told me it had started to feel heavy, both in appearance and in routine. After some encouragement, she decided to try the chin-length blunt cut. When she walked into the office after her appointment, her coworkers stopped her in the hallway. One of them said, "You look like you're ready for a Vogue cover," and it wasn't an exaggeration. The new cut lifted her entire presence. She looked more alert, more confident, and somehow lighter in spirit. I remember having a similar experience myself. At 60, I had kept my hair long out of habit rather than passion. It was comfortable but uninspiring, and most days it ended up pulled back simply to keep it out of the way. One afternoon, I decided to make a change. Sitting in my stylist's chair, I asked for a chin-length blunt cut with just enough layering to keep it soft. As the scissors worked, I felt an unexpected sense of release. When I saw the result, my jawline looked sharper, my neck seemed longer, and my whole face appeared more awake. It was still me, but in a way that felt renewed. The beauty of this style lies in how easy it is to maintain. A quick blow-dry with a round brush is enough to curve the ends inward so they kiss the line of the chin. A touch of shine serum adds that healthy, polished finish that catches the light in all the right ways. Regular trims every 5 to 6 weeks keep the shape intact, but the upkeep feels minimal compared to the impact it delivers. What I love most is how versatile the chin-length blunt cut can be. It works for straight hair, naturally wavy hair, or even hair that is beginning to turn silver. It can be paired with sleek styling for formal occasions, or worn with a natural bend for a softer, casual vibe. Many women find that this cut not only flatters their appearance, but also streamlines their routine, giving them back time in the mornings without sacrificing style. So I have to ask, have you ever thought about how a clean, deliberate line at your jaw might change the way you see yourself? Would you consider a cut that highlights your bone structure and makes your features pop, all while keeping your styling simple? If you knew it could refresh your look without a dramatic change in length, would you try it? The chin-length blunt cut is elegance made visible, a style that proves precision can be powerful. And just when you think you found the perfect balance of sophistication and simplicity, there is another hairstyle waiting that brings its own kind of magic, one that plays with movement, softness, and a touch of unexpected charm. Long layers with curtain bangs, romantic and feminine. There is something undeniably graceful about long layers paired with curtain bangs. The hair falls in gentle tiers, moving with a natural rhythm that seems to echo the confidence of a woman who knows herself. When parted in the middle or just slightly off-center, the bangs sweep softly to either side, brushing the cheekbones and opening up the eyes. It is a style that keeps its romance without sacrificing polish, and it carries an ease that makes it perfect for women over 50 who want to celebrate their femininity without a complicated routine. What makes this look so appealing is the way it works with the changes that come naturally over time. The layers add movement and lift, giving the illusion of fuller hair even if the strands have become finer. Curtain bangs create a delicate frame that draws attention upward, highlighting the eyes while subtly softening forehead lines. In early 2025, several major beauty publications praised curtain bangs for their ability to flatter almost any face shape, noting how they grow out seamlessly and adapt beautifully to natural silver tones. That means no awkward grow-out phase, just a smooth transition that feels intentional from start to finish. Helen, a radiant 60-year-old from Texas, understood this transformation perfectly. She decided to let her naturally silver hair flow in long layers, adding soft curtain bangs that parted just enough to skim the tops of her cheeks. At a community dance event, she caught the light in a way that made her whole face seem to glow. Friends and strangers alike complimented her look, and she later told me it wasn't just the hair they were seeing, it was how she felt wearing it. She described it as feeling like the best version of myself, and that confidence carried her effortlessly through every turn on the dance floor. I can relate to her story. At 63, I had kept my hair long but felt it had lost some of its life. Each time I passed a mirror, I noticed the weight of it more than its beauty. One afternoon, I asked my stylist to give me soft, face-framing layers and airy curtain bangs. When the last section was trimmed and the blow-dryer clicked off, I looked in the mirror and saw a version of myself I hadn't realized I missed. The movement of the layers, the way the bangs opened my eyes, even the lightness in how my hair rested on my shoulders. It all felt like a quiet return to myself. Keeping this style looking fresh is surprisingly simple. I start with a hydrating leave-in conditioner to keep the hair smooth and healthy, then use a round brush while blow-drying to coax the bangs into their signature soft curve. The layers don't demand much. They fall naturally with just a touch of smoothing cream to control any flyaways. Most stylists recommend a light trim every few months, which feels like a small investment for the beauty it delivers. One of the reasons I believe this look resonates so much with women in our stage of life is its adaptability. It works with straight hair, natural waves, or a mix of textures. It can be worn sleek and glossy for a formal event, or left loose and tousled for an afternoon out. As of spring 2025, many stylists are predicting that soft, layered cuts with curtain bangs will be among the most requested styles for mature clients, precisely because they bring out the vibrancy in the face without feeling overstyled. So I wonder, have you ever thought about how your hair frames your face and what it might reveal if it were cut to highlight your best features? Would you choose a style that gives you movement, softness, and a little extra brightness without demanding hours each week? Could this be the change that helps you see yourself with fresh eyes? If the idea of long layers with curtain bangs has caught your attention, it might be worth imagining how you would feel the first time you see that softer, more luminous version of yourself in the mirror. And as lovely as this style is, there are other looks that offer a different kind of energy, ones that bring playfulness, movement, and a touch of unexpected charm. Shoulder-length shag, free-spirited and bold. The shoulder-length shag is a hairstyle that feels like freedom in motion. Hair skimming the shoulders falls into soft, airy layers that move with every step, carrying an energy that says you are comfortable in your own skin yet ready for something new. A few wisps frame the face just enough to soften the lines without hiding them, and the cut carries an easy charm that works as well for a casual coffee date as it does for an evening out. It is relaxed, yes, but it also has an undeniable presence. For women over 50, the shag is more than just a style choice. It answers a need that often grows stronger with age, to find something that fits both the rhythm of life and the personality we have cultivated over the years. The layers bring volume back to hair that may have thinned with time, and because they are feathered, the result is full but never heavy. The shape naturally encourages movement, which means the hair looks alive even when you have done very little to it. This is one reason the shag has been making a strong return in recent American style reports for 2024 and 2025, consistently highlighted for its ability to blend youthfulness with ease. Susan, a 54-year-old from Oregon, told me she had worn a simple bob for years. It was neat and practical, but she admitted it felt out of step with who she was becoming. Her days were now filled with hiking trails, weekend camping trips, and long walks in the fresh air. One morning, she sat in her stylist's chair and said she wanted a haircut that could keep up. The result was a shoulder-length shag with soft curtain pieces that framed her face. When I ran into her weeks later, fresh off a trail, she looked exactly how she said she wanted to feel: effortless, natural, and completely herself. Finally, she laughed. "My hair matches my hiking lifestyle. I had my own moment of discovery with this cut. In my mid-60s, my hair had lost much of the bounce I used to take for granted. No matter how I styled it, it seemed to fall flat halfway through the day. I decided to try a shoulder-length shag, curious to see if it would bring some life back to my hair. The moment I saw it in the mirror, I knew it was the right choice. The lightness of the layers, the subtle framing around my face, and the way it moved when I tilted my head made me feel vibrant again. It was as though my hair had learned how to breathe. The styling process is as relaxed as the look itself. A light mist of sea salt spray on damp hair is all it takes to create that natural, beachy texture. On busy mornings, I let it air dry and simply tousle it with my fingers. If I want a more polished finish, I'll use a diffuser attachment on the blow dryer and coax the layers into place with a soft brush. Either way, it never feels overworked, and the style holds its shape without fuss. Regular trims keep the ends healthy and the layers defined, but the shag is forgiving even as it grows out. What makes the shoulder-length shag so appealing is its adaptability. It works for straight, wavy, or lightly curled hair. It flatters a variety of face shapes and plays beautifully with color, whether you keep your natural shade, enhance your silver, or add subtle highlights for dimension. In recent trend forecasts, stylists have pointed out that shags in warm blonde, ash brown, or salt and pepper tones are especially popular for mature women in 2025. as they create depth without overwhelming the face. So, let me ask you, have you ever wished your hair could move as freely as you do without losing its shape or style? Would you welcome a cut that brings volume back without adding weight or complexity? Could a few light layers and a touch of natural texture be the difference between hair that simply sits and hair that truly lives? If you find yourself drawn to a look that feels alive, unstructured, and personal, the shoulder-length shag might be the match you have been waiting for. And just when you think you have discovered the perfect balance of freedom and style, there is another approach to hair waiting to show you how structure and elegance can meet in ways that are just as striking. Polished shortcut with volume at the crown. A polished shortcut with volume at the crown has a certain kind of quiet sophistication that feels instantly refreshing. The hair is neatly shaped around the ears or slightly above the nape, while the top is cut in a way that gives it a gentle lift. That extra height draws the eye upward, creating the impression of a longer, more refined facial shape. It is clean, tailored, and easy to wear, yet it has a modern energy that keeps it from looking too severe. For women over 50, this style offers more than just a change in silhouette. It can be a practical solution for hair that has lost some of its natural body, restoring fullness without requiring complicated techniques or heavy products. Recent styling reports in 2025 have noted that shortcuts with added crown volume are among the most requested by mature clients, largely because they bring instant lift and frame the face in a flattering way while remaining low maintenance. That balance of elegance and convenience is a rare find, and it is exactly why so many women are choosing it. I remember meeting Diane, a spirited 65-year-old from Arizona, who embraced this style after years of trying to keep her fine hair looking full. She travels often and was tired of spending so much of her mornings coaxing volume into place, only to watch it fade within hours. When she switched to this cut, she discovered that her morning routine dropped to just 5 minutes. She could run a bit of mousse through her crown, give it a quick blow-dry, and walk out the door with hair that looked as though she had put in far more effort. She told me with a smile that the time she saved now goes into enjoying her coffee instead of fighting with her hair. I know exactly how she feels, because I went through something similar. At 63, I found myself spending more time styling my hair than I wanted, yet never feeling fully satisfied with the results. On my stylist's advice, I tried a shortcut with a softly elevated crown. The transformation was subtle but powerful. My face looked more open, my posture felt taller, and my mornings became lighter, both in time and in mood. That small boost in height at the top seemed to lift my whole expression. Part of the appeal is just how easy this style is to care for. After washing, I apply a small amount of lightweight mousse at the roots while my hair is still damp. Then I blow dry with my head tilted forward, directing the air toward the crown to set the lift. Once upright, I smooth the sides with a brush and, if I'm in the mood, finish with a tiny drop of serum for shine. The cut itself does most of the work, so there's no need for layers of product or constant touch-ups. A trim every 5 to 6 weeks is all it takes to keep the shape clean and the volume consistent. It also pairs beautifully with natural color or subtle highlights. Silver hair takes on a luminous quality when lifted at the crown, and even the softest caramel or honey tones can create a halo effect that brightens the face. Because the height is built into the cut, the look remains airy and polished whether you wear glasses, accessorize with earrings, or keep it simple. So, I have to ask, have you ever wondered how much younger and more vibrant you might look if your hair had a little more lift? Would you enjoy stepping out the door in just a few minutes, confident that your style would hold all day? Could a small change in your haircut make your mornings feel less rushed and more enjoyable? If you have been searching for a style that is both practical and refined, a polished shortcut with volume at the crown might be the perfect choice. And just when you think your hair has reached its most flattering shape, There is always another style waiting to surprise you with a completely different kind of beauty. After 50, there is no reason to confine yourself to a safe haircut that hides your personality. The right style is more than just hair. It is a reflection of your lifestyle, your spirit, and the confidence you carry into every room. Choosing a cut that truly suits you is like giving yourself permission to shine exactly as you are today. The most important lesson is to explore. Try something new, but choose the look that makes you smile every time you catch your reflection. Do not be afraid of lighter shades, layers that move, or a shorter cut that makes your features pop. What matters most is how it makes you feel, because when you feel beautiful, you naturally look beautiful. I would love to know which hairstyle caught your attention today. Share in the comments the one you are ready to try. And if you enjoyed this journey into style and confidence, make sure to subscribe for more beauty tips, fashion ideas, and lifestyle inspiration made for women who are 50 and fabulous. Your next chapter can start with a single cut.